This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Chicago Bears. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On play action, Fields rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Devontae Smith, 75 yards. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. Santos able to tack on the extra point. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And some space here. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Block. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Into the red zone, it's Locke. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Locke. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Locke working out of the gun. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now on comes the Bears offense as he'll be called in to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Locke off of play action. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Locke. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
On 1st down, it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 6-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Throwing after the interception. Fields. Rolling to his left. He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Well, he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Gesicki, 62 yards. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A carry for Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a give to Gibson. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 46 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Another try after the first down sack. Fields sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run forward Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Locke going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was...
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his right. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. Lock to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Off play action, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, 45 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming.
Here's a diving catch right side.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 143 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and 10. Here's Gibson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw it is Locke. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And his kick here is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Turned, it's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Locke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Tens the mic. Tens the mic.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
29 is the mic. Mic 29. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 29 is the mic.
Now Locke. Got an open man, finds Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fields eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Fields. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Complete. Smith has it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Fields. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Flushed to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Washington on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now Locke, got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Devontae Smith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 2nd down and 8. Block now to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Locke to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Locke going to go on 4th down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Chase Young able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bears, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.